for all of the income. Their income tax goes to you. Everything
Yep.
about it just works better if you are the boss. But if you're not, then now
If
what?
if
But
you
to
the
get to that,
employee,
but
you
to get to
fucked.
that point in the first place, you're gonna need bankable income.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, where do you get the bankable income from?
If
Shout out to
your ass,
everybody. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to everybody that's getting ready to come into the chat. We'll be bringing your questions up on the screen as the questions come in. What we're talking about, I know it's labeled "Rich Dad Poor Dad." You guys have seen this before from Robert Kiyosaki. This is my brother right here. So me and my brother are about to be cooking with y'all on what getting income actually is, on how to actually get wealthy. All of you guys want to be rich, all of you guys want to be millionaires, but some of you guys dreams don't take $1 million. Some of you guys ideas do not take $1 million. Some of you guys should be okay with the 60 to 80K that you're going to be making every year. Some of you guys should be okay with the 70K you're going to be making every year, because it doesn't take $1 million to really accomplish your dreams. So we were talking about Robert Kiyosaki. What he said is he had a rich dad and he had a poor dad. The rich dad did not have the American dream. The poor dad had the American dream, where you go to college and you get this degree, and this degree puts you 120K in debt. With that 120K in debt, now you're trying to become a millionaire. And the guy that was the poor dad is way richer than the guy who is the rich dad. Am I interpreting this correctly?
well, the yeah, so the rich, the real difference between the rich dad and the poor dad is more in the way that they kind of like go about life. Like in the book, they have a part where they got the rich dad has the poor dad's kids working working for him for what they would consider what the poor dad thought was like a little bit of money, right?
Uh
But
huh.
the rich dad's real message was basically like, you, in order to make it, you have to be willing to work for free, basically. Or I don't want to say it wrong.
No, no, you're saying it right.
Yeah, I don't want to misinterpret
Basically,
it,
you
but
have to work for little to nothing. You're getting minimum wage for what you're working for, compared to the rich dad that's not really doing much work, but he's bringing in a way higher profit level.
yeah. And he has different, he got different aspects on his money, like where he keep his money at, investments. And the poor dad is like, I don't have enough to invest, when investments isn't really about having enough. It's more about like building till you till the investment makes something. So
Mm-hmm.
you can every week last year, every every week last year you could have put 50 in a Bitcoin, and which is technically no money. If you're making 40, 50, $60,000 a year, you could have put $50 in a, just an invest. I'm just pulling out some random investment, but
Cook.
you could have put $50 in the Bitcoin, and that 50 every time would have accumulated you money in a way nothing else would have in a year. Right now, you would be able to go in, and we all see the shit done hit 100K. So investing is more about that. And then he was going into issues with debt, like how poor people take on debt versus
Now, what
how
do
rich
you think
people.
that poor people's idea of debt goes wrong?
Hold on 1 second. Poor.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna mute you for 10 seconds. I think poor people's idea of debt goes wrong when they think that debt is a bad thing. You need it. You need debt. Without debt, what are you gonna do? You're not going to be able to do anything. Everybody thinks I'm just going to try to make all of this money to be able to invest in stuff by myself. That's not how life works. You're going to have to use other people's money. And to me, it's best to use other people. Oh, we got the other brother in the motherfucking building. Nah, hold on, hold on. Drop a bomb for Broski. We got Broski in the motherfucking building. What's happening with your little bro? Yeah, but I think that the biggest downfall that a lot of people are having is they're looking at debt as if it's a bad thing. College debt is a bad thing. That shit follows you forever. Credit card debt is bad depending on the way that you're going to use the credit card debt. Now, the reason that young people are turning to the streets and just trying to get actual cash and just trying to be able to cash out on everything, that whole idea is coming from street culture. You can't bring street culture into business. You try to bring street culture into business, and that's your first step of your fuck up. I'm going to say that again. The second that you bring street culture into business, that's your first fuck up. There's no reason to be bringing those ideas from the streets that you have into business culture. And that's the reason that most people that are in the hood, most people that are having problems, they can't transition. The reason that you can't transition is because you're trying to bring street culture into business culture, and it doesn't work the same way. It works the same way, but it doesn't work the same way. The same way that you guys would prefer that your work be fronted to you and you guys could pay it back on the back end after you make your profit, that's the same way that you guys need to think about business. If you guys are thinking about buying a home, you don't need to think about buying a home by saving up $150,000 and going to cash the house out. You guys need to think about $20,000 and going to cash the house out. Get the money from the bank. I'm going to tell you guys another secret, and I hope everybody is listening. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, get over to the YouTube channel, Low Key Lowski over on YouTube. I have bro come back and drop all of his information once he gets back, but there he is. So I have bro drop his information once he gets back, but the reason that you guys don't need to be using your own money is because equity matters. You guys could pull up to 80% on a tax-free loan off of your property. So why pay $150,000 to go cash out a property when you could put the 20 down and take out the equity in a tax-free loan? Once I started learning this about the rich dad, poor dad method, I sat back and looked like, yo, the nigga shit that they've been teaching us, none of this works.
Even rich people don't look at debt the same way we look at debt, bro. They
at all.
They take $100,000 and instead of looking to purchase one house, they go put 4 down payments on 4 homes.
Talk about it.
So you turn $100,000 into 4 homes, depending on if they split homes or not. You're getting rent and equity out of 4 different homes. 3 years after somebody moves in, as long as you fix up the crib and you do what you got to do with it, your personal home, your personal home can also be appraised high. You know what I mean?
How? Because we're gonna go into detail for some of these people.
If you
now, what happens when your home is your place of business?
Well, you would be able to write off. You would be able to write off a lot. That's going into like your tax cuts, and you would be able to write off a lot of things that the normal person, like, it should I buy for my house right now that I'm about to go file my taxes in 30 days, and I'm not going to be able to write off none of this shit that I got sitting around here because this isn't labeled an office.
There we go.
You know what I mean? Or it's not LLC, because that you can at least it can at least be LLC to then turned.
Now, before the LLC, the only reason I'm going to cut you off is before the LLC, there is something a little bit better than the LLC. There's the trust and there's the S corp. So you have a trust, you have the S corp. Both of those give you better tax write-offs than the LLC. For the LLC, you may as well file 1099. For that, you're cutting hair inside of your house. Now you can count your house as your place of business, and now you get tax cuts that you wouldn't normally get. The electricity that you use to power your clippers, to power everything that you need to make your home presentable, to be able to have it as a barber station, all of that counts towards your tax benefits when it's time to file taxes. So now you don't exactly owe taxes every year. You might only break even, but you don't have to pay $3,000 in the money that you made. You break even. But if you break even, you get to keep all of the income that you made throughout the entire year.
If you filed them correct, if you filed them the right way, and I don't want to say like, when I say the right way, meaning like there's a lot of things in your own personal life you got to have together, but like if you do your taxes the right way, you will get a refund every year regardless of how much you make. Like, it's funny because I know a lot of poor people who acquire refunds to poor people. They be like, yo, listen, a refund is just for like, and then you got posts, people put up posts and they be like, oh, I bought my car with my own money, I don't get a refund, I always got to pay back. But it's like, that's not really a flex, man.
you actually went about it the wrong way because you didn't have the right information. So again, we're going to repeat that. You went about it the wrong way because you have the wrong information. Now, if you got the correct information, you will not have to deal with this kind of nonsense. You guys are filing your taxes based off of what your mama taught you. You're filing your taxes based off of what everybody else got when they get this bullshit tax return. They get this tax return and they think that they up now, but you're actually in a lower tax bracket because you got a tax return.
I'm also gonna say, I know somebody that work in the H&R block, and he was telling me how like he didn't really realize until he got in there that people really be going in and getting refunds for $30,000-$40,000, and when he was filing them, he thinking it's something going left. He like, yo, what how the hell is somebody able to do this? But they're able to take off 40 just for simply doing this, bro. It was the simple tactic. He said do this.
Let him cook.
So my shit was $2,000 every 2 weeks, right? He like, yo, listen, take, because you get a tax credit for paying into your taxes throughout the year. So just for putting the money that you got in your check, they'll take what they take. You could put a portion and be like, all right, you know what? I'll give you the numbers he gave me. $200, put $100 into your federal, 100 into your state all year, and then at the end of the year you would have accumulated, I think it was 9,000 just off of that credit alone. Just off of what they pay you for paying into your taxes. You get what I'm saying? So somebody with 3 kids that made $40,000 that did that exact thing that I just said comes out with a refund of damn near you're looking at $30,000-$40,000 in the start of your year. Easily.
Now the way that's other people are thinking about accumulating this kind of money, they're thinking they're going to work at Price Chopper for the next 8 to 10 years. And they're going to accumulate this kind of money without this kind of information. The kind of information that you need is the information that's going to be able to let you use other people's money. And I'm going to tell you the benefit of using other people's money. Let's say you get a loan from the bank, and that's how you buy your property. Somebody comes to sue you later on. This property is not in your name, and the bank will never sue or tax itself. I'll repeat that. Hold on. The bank will never sue nor tax itself. So if you owe on this property, can't nobody sue you for the amount of equity that you have into this property. They can only sue you for what you have liquid. So you guys thought that 50 Cent was broke because he filed for bankruptcy. 50 Cent filed for bankruptcy when the woman sued him. He filed for bankruptcy under 50 Cent because her dumb ass sued 50 Cent. She didn't sue Curtis Jackson. And even if she sued Curtis Jackson, the businesses that 50 has is not in the name of Curtis Jackson. It's in the name of other things. So you guys also have to get out of the habit of using your name. And as Black people, sometimes it's more beneficial to not use your name. I have other things that I do that I'm not even going to tell you guys about on here. There's other things that I do that I will never put my face on. I will never put my name on. Why? Because the second that they see it's a nigga that look like me, they're automatically not going to invest the same way. They won't invest the same way when they know it's a nigga that look like me and that talks like me.
Come in, bro. Especially niggas from your city.
That's the worst thing that you can do. Hold up. Say that again. They need to hear that.
It be straight niggas from your city, nigga. That they'll see your name on some shit, bro. That if they don't know who name is on some merch, and you tell them, yo, I spent $400 on it, they'll be like, oh, that's fire, bro. And they might go look for the shit. But
they might go cop that.
The moment you like, nah, this shit mine, bro. Niggas like, bro, let me get it for 80, bro.
Let you get it for what? Let you get it for what? And you know what, my reaction is always the same to niggas like that.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't nobody got no time for that. Now all of a sudden, when you find out that it's a business I own, now all of a sudden when you find out that I'm the one that's behind this, now all of a sudden you want some kind of discount. We the only race that do dusty shit like this. But since we have this wall in front of us and we know we have to deal with these kind of situations, once we realize that we got to deal with these kind of situations, we need to move about it a bit differently. We need to move about it a bit different. We have to. We don't have a choice. Yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself. I always mute you when you got somebody in the background, so ain't nobody in your goddamn business. Make sure that y'all drop a like, drop a comment, make sure that y'all subscribe. Before we go any further, bro, where can they find you?
Oh, on Facebook, Khalil Gordon.
Spell it out for him, because it's a million different ways to spell Khalil.
Khalil and Gordon, common.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Khalil Gordon on probably all platforms. You guys will be able to find him. He hasn't been streaming as of now, but don't worry, there's going to be plenty of more streams between me and him later on, because this is the kind of information that people need. This is the kind of information that people are looking for. They're not looking to hear it. The average person don't give a fuck about what Lil Durk is going through. They trying to get a bag for themselves, especially the young generation. I always say this. You can't take a young nigga off the corner if you don't have a way to supplement the money. So we trying to take the young niggas off the corner. We trying to get them off of the streets. We trying to get the switches out of their hands. We trying to get them to not listen to everybody else. But the looks of it is the dudes with the switches are the ones getting the money. The dudes that are doing the ignorant shit are the ones getting the money. The dudes that are doing the most detrimental shit are the ones getting the money. And truth be told, no, those aren't the niggas getting the money. I'll tell you this, the average football player is broke.
They showing you. Them the people they
there
showing
we
you
go. First off,
there.
Any nigga that shows you a large amount of cash is broke. I'm going to repeat that. The average nigga that shows you a large amount of cash is broke.
And I'm gonna
speak on it.
And I know a lot of people are gonna say, like, a lot of people are gonna think like how they broke and they got money. It don't necessarily be the physical paper in their hand. Like, a lot of motherfuckers don't know what to do with $10,000. They don't know what they really can do with $10,000. If you ask your average person with no money, what would you do with $10,000? They're either gonna say something politically correct or something that has no value.
We could take it a step further. These niggas get this kind of money every single year during tax return time. Every year, these niggas got 3-4 kids. They getting 11, 10,000, 9,000 back in tax return every year. What are they doing? They buying couches. They buying flat screen TVs. They trying to become the ZA man all of a sudden. Them niggas ain't never had ZA in their life. Now all of a sudden, you niggas want to be the ZA man the second that the tax return. You want to go get you a new couch the second that the tax return hit. Your girl got a $3,000 wig the second that the tax return. They're running into this kind of money left and right every single year. And what I notice is, instead of us coming together and trying to invest into a vacant lot where we could turn it into a community garden where we could write this off as taxes and we could make money off of something else underneath the same trust. And this is why I keep telling you guys about trust. This is why I keep telling you guys about S-Corps versus the LLCs. If you are going to file under an LLC, you may as well file under 1099 because the tax returns are the same. You get the same tax benefits off of a 1099 that you get off of an LLC. The LLC is you work for yourself. There's no actual tax benefits to filing under a LLC. You may as well file under 1099. That's the average black woman that's doing weave in her living room. That's the average black man that's cutting hair in his living room. That's the average black man that may be doing something inside of his house. That's a 1099. That's also a LLC. You don't get any tax benefits from having an LLC. Now, when you have a trust, and the trust has multiple LLCs, they always have to notify the trust before they do anything to the LLCs. So, but they don't have to know who the trust is under. The trust could be under Gordon Corporation. The trust could be under Daniel Corporation. The trust could be under Lowski Corporation. The trust could be under anything, but they have to notify that trust before they do anything. When Michael Jackson passed away, there was an estate. That estate is linked to a trust. That's the same thing that I'm telling you guys that you need to do. You got to stop with this LLC stuff. I know during COVID and all of this, everybody started going with this LLC bullshit, and everybody, they was only doing that because they was scamming the money. I'm going to tell you guys again, the only reason they was opening those LLCs is because they was scamming the money. They had to have something to account for the money, but I'm telling you, if you guys really want those tax benefits that you're talking about, if you guys really want to get into a different tax bracket, because that's what it comes down to. The hell with how much you're getting back on your tax return. You want to land in a different tax bracket. That different tax bracket will give you different opportunities. It'll give you different loans, and those loans are what you're going to use to be able to build the wealth. That's just my opinion. How you feel about this, bro?
I mean, I agree. I 100% agree. I just think, bro. I'm sorry, bro. In the background tweaking.
Go ahead, Cook.
I just think as Black people, I'll say this. I feel like we need to learn how to keep money. Like, yeah, you can go make money. I think we need to learn how to keep money, because out of all the ethnicities, out of all cultures and shit in the United States, we don't keep none of the dollars. You know what I mean?
No, Cook. I put you on full screen. Cook.
We don't get most of the I'm sorry, this thing is back there tweaking.
For those who don't know, we also got children in the background of all of this while we're doing this. So if we got to pause from time to time, it's only because we're actual fathers that are in tune with our children. Our children are in the background. So y'all might hear my daughter screaming from time to time. You might hear my wife telling her, shut the fuck up. You might hear me telling her, shut the fuck up. You might hear his son in the background. These are things that happen because we giving this to y'all on the real. What we're trying to do is dispel this whole myth where white people live different than Black people, where white people have these different opportunities than Black people, where that's not actually true.
I don't believe that.
The information that we're given is a bit different. That's what's happening. Is that we about to get in trouble for saying this though, bro. You know me, and you're gonna get in trouble for saying this. I don't believe that neither. I just think we're given different false information. We're given different false narratives. We're not given a chance to actually find out the information that we actually need. That's the reason. Before we go any further, the way that this happened is me and my brother were already having this conversation. And for those of y'all who don't know, I know y'all know who he is. I know y'all know who I am. This is literally my blood brother for all of y'all who don't know. This is actually, you can look at us right now and tell this is actually my brother. We were already having this conversation, and I'm like, you know what? This is our problem, is that we keep on having these conversations between just like the two of us, and everyone else needs to hear this kind of information. So that's how this came about. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying overall, I just feel like we need to learn how to like keep money within like our community. We need to learn how to not be blowing that shit on shit that don't got nothing to do with us. Like,
what you think about that? What do you think about this comment? We always got to interact with the people. Fly Rod says, Black people get redlined by the banks. What do you think about this comment?
I think there are there's a lot of Black people who haven't been. So instead of, and this is no offense to whoever wrote that, but
Cook.
Instead of looking at it in a victim mind state, why don't we just, whatever the fuck is necessary to get it done, we just do what's necessary to get it done.
Hold up. Run that back one more time. Whatever's necessary for us to get it done, we need to do what's necessary for us to get it done.
Yeah, and I think we just I think we come up with a lot of excuses on why we not where we supposed to be. You know what I mean? I done did this shit. I know plenty of people who done it, but I don't think nothing is. For one, I don't work on if something is fair or not. So I don't give a fuck what's fair or not. You can let this motherfucker start 2 steps ahead of me, and I believe in myself to be able to beat this to win this race.
I'm gonna cook him. Every time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be more happy when I do cook him because I know he had a head start.
Talk about it.
That should only make you want to strive harder to just get whatever is necessary done. You said you can get redline because of your last name.
Let me cook on this. Can I have this one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. The reason that you're not gonna be redline because of your last name is because more than likely your last name came from a white slave owner.
White man. Exactly.
Your last name came from a fucking white man. They don't know you by your last name. They know you by your first name. That's the reason that I purposely named my daughter Miss Africa, to let them know exactly who it is. But her last name probably came from the name of a white man somewhere down the line.
Like
your last name has nothing to do with it. Your last name has nothing to do. Your actual name has. Go ahead.
I was adopted, and my adopted.
Talk about
I was legally adopted.
Me too.
My legally adopted last name is Johnson, and Johnson, it sounds like your common fucking slave owner.
Are we talking about one of the presidents? The one after George Washington?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I go in there with what he's saying is I should go into banks with that last name, and for some odd ass reason they just gonna give their it doesn't
play a factor.
It don't play.
It doesn't play a factor. And I'm going to tell you something else, and this is going to be a little bit motivational for you people. You should strive that your last name makes a fucking dent in the universe. There's no way that you should be saying that your last name is a detriment to you. Your last name should be a plus to you. Your last name should be everything. When you guys are going and buy Dolce and Gabbana, Dolce and Gabbana are the 2 last names of a family. When you guys are going to buy Hermes is the last name of a fucking family. When you guys are going to buy Louis Vuitton is the first and last name of a family. So your last name actually matters, but it's not a detriment to you. Black people look at it like all of a sudden our last name matters. It's our first name that matters. Her name is Bonquisha Johnson. Nobody gives a fuck that her last name is a white last name. Her name is Bonquisha.
That's where they're going to judge her at.
That's what they're going to judge her off of, that her first name is Bonquisha. They don't give a fuck that her last name is Johnson, and Johnson is actually a last name. Johnson and Johnson, you guys use it on your children every night. You see Johnson on that bottle every night that you're using. Your last name does not matter. What you need to make sure is that your last name puts a dent in the goddamn universe. I'm a Daniels. I was not a Daniels. I was a Gordon like he was a Gordon. And I'll make sure that if I was a Gordon, Gordon would be the last name of the company. And it's going to put a dent in the goddamn universe. I'm not going to use those kind of excuses right now because we got Africans coming over here whose last name is Matumbo. We got Africans coming over here whose last names we can't even pronounce. And they're putting dents in the goddamn universe over that last name that nobody knows about. And nobody likes Africans. Nobody likes Chinese. When you guys go to your goddamn doctor, his last name might be Singh or whatever it is from East India. You think he cares that his last name is East Indian? You think he's going to get a little bit less because his last name is East Indian? None of that shit matters anymore. This is capitalism. Capitalism goes over how profitable are you to the country that you live in.
That's really
You're not going to discriminate you against that. Go ahead.
It's really about the hard work that you put in the shit. Like, that's the one
thing.
Talk
about it.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel like this shit is a race, a culture, or anything war. I think this is a lazy motherfuckers complaining about having to work, my nigga. That's what that's what it comes down to. It's like, bro, we gotta work. Everybody gotta work. We may have had, and it's not even we, because we keep using this word we. Listen, our ancestors went through shit so that we don't have to go through shit, bro. They did a pretty damn good job. And I can't sit here and be like, well, you know, because listen, I'm gonna tell you this. The lady that raised me, she's a black woman, and she was raised in a day where if today is racist, she was damn near considered a damn slave. And where's she from? And
cool.
She's successful. She made
it. Hold up. Before you go any further.
We was raised in one. I was raised in one household, bro. Backyard, patio, multiple 2 floors, attic, basement. Bro, I don't know how many rooms this fucking house had. 2 bath. These are things that she acquired in a time where she had no business having. If what we're gonna use is the excuse that the system is against us, the system is after me. They won't let me do this. They won't let me do that. Bro, we all got grandparents who made it happen, and we can't sit here and be like, well, a house was $10 back in the day. Well, $10 was a lot of money. It's still the equivalent.
Thank you. So and I'm gonna make it even worse. The foster family that I got raised with, they took us to the cotton plantation where they used to work every year, back down in Lilly, Georgia, outside of Savannah. We used to have to go. That's how I found out that cotton got thorns on it, because they used to take us there every year, and we used to be able to touch the cotton that they used to pick for their jobs. We used to be able to feel what they used to have to go through. I'm talking about, I come from a family that didn't know that slavery ended when slavery ended. Just remember that everybody did not get the memo at the exact same time that slavery was over. There were still people down south that were still enslaved hundreds of years after we thought that slavery was over. And I grew up with a foster family that had a 4-floor home that transitioned the attic and the basement into a whole nother set of property inside of the house. We had a backyard with a patio, got the back porch redone, and these are by 2 black people who used to pick cotton. So can't nobody tell me nothing about what we're going through today, because we're not going through a fraction of what they're going through back then. Today, y'all fucking white girls and getting them pregnant. Today, you guys are able to adopt yourselves into white families. Today, you guys are purposely adopting yourselves into white families and don't want to have children with black women because of the benefits that you think that you're going to get from having babies with white women. And with all of that being able to happen today, you guys think that we still going through that same bullshit?
Yeah, the simple fact that we can sit on here and talk about this shit is a privilege. Nobody seen this shit coming, bro. None of our parents can say, I saw the world. If that's the word, listen, I don't understand what they could have possibly been fighting for if shit ain't fixed.
Thank you. And they fixed it. We fucked it up.
That's what I'm saying.
They already fixed it.
That things have changed. For us to sit here and be using excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse on why something isn't this or we can't do that, or it's hard to
talk about it.
Well, so what? Shit be hard. Why the fuck?
Wait a second. Hard, why are they saying that we can't do it? That's my issue. Is the reason that they're saying we can't do it is because of our last name. Funny. It's because we're black. It's because it's slavery. Funny. How many of you guys know that the person that owns Red Bottoms is black?
Yeah, but Pete,
the person that owns the Red Bottoms that you guys pay all of this money for is a black man. And what he does purposely is hide his face, because he knows that the second that you niggas find out that it's a black man that run Red Bottoms, y'all gonna want them Red Bottoms for cheaper. So he hides his face, but it's a black man that runs the Red Bottoms. Yet these is bloody shoes. Yeah, when y'all was singing that for Cardi B, y'all wouldn't have sung it the same way had y'all known it was a black man. But y'all thought it was a white man like Gucci and Hermes and all of the rest of these people. And you thought you were actually doing something, wearing something from these white folks. But because it's a black man, all of a sudden, you guys would have thought about this completely different. When y'all seen niggas with Shaqs on, y'all roasted them. But Shaq did something for black people. He said, I'm going to make sure that everybody is able to afford my sneakers.
Afford a shoe, yeah.
To afford my sneakers. But when Allen Iverson had a chance to do the and ones, Allen Iverson made sure he did the same thing that Shaq did. Allen Iverson didn't make his shoes exclusive.
The shoe wasn't cool because...
Thank you.
The black community didn't approve of the shit.
Exactly.
The people who needed it, the people who needed that shoe the most didn't approve of that shoe. They rather have went into debt buying Jordan.
Talk about
110%.
it. Talk about it. And then we turn around. Now, this is my problem with us blaming all the other races for the dusty behavior that we have. It's your fault that you got this kind of dusty behavior. It's your fault that you guys are looking into this shit. It's your fault that you guys are doing all of this shit. This is your fault, because when you guys see me outside, you know what the first thing y'all say is? That nigga got that African shit on. That nigga look like he sell incense and backwoods and fronto leaves. This outfit was $30 though. And that's perfect for me. I'm okay with spending $30 on Amazon to go ahead and get my outfit instead of going to spend $9,000 on a pair of Gucci pants. I'll go to Hanes at Walmart and get me a 5-pack of white tees without a problem.
I'm going to say this. He said we get redlined at banks for just our last name, when Absolutely this is the shit I don't like. We redline our own selves for less, bro.
Uh-oh! Run that back. What you just say?
We redline ourselves for less than what anybody else would redline us for. There are things that we cancel each other for that don't deserve to be canceled, bro.
Talk about it.
We can't call each other out on nothing. We can't tell nobody how to grow because we're not grown. Or you think, like, my nigga, somebody on the path to growth should be able to say
you mean like this? You mean like this?
Look, how many of y'all niggas got a deal right now?
Fucking example of what we're talking about. Why does that matter? Why does that matter?
We can't talk about this shit at all if we don't have the funds. What did I tell you before this call, bro? That was literally my whole thing. If niggas don't listen, if you don't have the fucking money, bro.
You literally just said this before we started the live.
If you are not white or rich, you can't tell me anything about myself, bro. When we should be listening to ourselves, bro. We should be able to look in the fucking mirror and realize the shit we're doing is fucking pathetic, bro.
What are we saying that's wrong? The hell with all of this other shit that they're talking about. It. If we don't, how many of y'all got a milli right now? First off, black people are one of the biggest growing people on planet Earth. Black men are the most involved fathers on planet Earth. We built Atlanta. The whole Atlanta is black wealth right now. The whole Texas is black wealth right now. The whole California is black wealth right now. But because we're not millionaires, the first question that they're going to ask is, how many of you niggas is millionaires right now? Well, let me tell you about the millionaires that get into the football industry that are broke 3 years after they get their money. Let me tell you about the NBA players that make $3-4 million a year that are broke 3 years after they retire. But let me tell you about the other black billionaires that are doing great. Let me tell you about the real estate investor. Go ahead.
Or let's just assume we really not millionaires. Does that mean that if you're not a millionaire, you don't give advice? And if that's what that means, I hope whoever posted that never, ever walks around giving advice unless you have $1 million. So
thank you.
You got your money right. I hope you don't do what we're doing by not having $1 million and trying to wake people up to getting a fucking life right.
And who the fuck says, and wait a second, I thought our last name affected us. I thought white folks did something to us, but we also have this aspiration to make it to the same point as white folks. Who said we need $1 million? Grandma didn't need $1 million. Grandpa didn't need $1 million. They gave us that knowledge. They gave us that wisdom. They gave us that understanding. They gave us that information that we actually needed. We didn't ask grandma if grandma had $1 million when grandma was giving us that wisdom. We did not ask grandpa if he had $1 million. When grandpa got his leg blown off in Vietnam and he came back and he got us that 480-acre property, we didn't ask grandpa if he made $1 million while he was over there fighting for the fucking country. We didn't ask anybody else this. Ask me an Asian person that will only listen to Asian people who make millions of dollars. Ask me an Arab person that will only listen to Arabs that make millions of dollars. You think them niggas who own them corner stores are millionaires? You muted.
I don't even think another race would even have the audacity to ask that question without $1 million, bro. Like, only we have the audacity to get on
only us
with less than $1 million and be like, well, do you have $1 million? You can't give advice. Like, nigga, if you had a kid tomorrow, that would mean until you made $1 million, you wouldn't be able to tell this little man nothing. Nothing. You sound dumb. My son's morals.
As if 200,000 ain't enough. As if 300,000 ain't enough.
Listen, we're not even, money is a way for us to get, to gain more freedom within.
Hold on bro. Hold on before we give them any more information. I'm not liking that the like ratio is not where I like it. I don't like that the share ratio is not where we like it. We gonna run a quick 30-second commercial, and you guys are gonna like, and you guys are gonna tag some young people in this. You guys are gonna get the people that actually listen into this goddamn video before we keep cooking, because we need this information. We don't need that soft, weak ass information that everybody else is giving. So get my likes up. Get my shares up. We'll be right back. fresh out the streets, and I swear I did a whole lot for this shit. Fresh out my cleats, so I had to just stay grounded here for my clip. They dropped this beat, so I let 100 rounds go for my clip. And I'ma crush ya, move like Usher, moving mountains out of this bitch. And I was there too, moving bows, clearing hot the cold like I was there flu. You could be a distance, I'm a menace, I'll be there too. Started with the one and elevated, now I'm tier 2. I don't fear you niggas, if you want it, then I dare you too. They moving packs, but like a snail though. Yeah, low. Getting heavy racks, you niggas frail though. Yeah, low. Traffic keep on bumping like it's braille, ho. Yeah, low. Fresh about the pack, you niggas stale though. Yeah, low. Smart, I'm thinking like I went to Yale though. Yeah. I can't even continue because of the comments that keep on coming in. Who's to say we're not? Who's to say that we're not? Go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna mute you for a second just in case. Yeah, who's to say that we're not? Who's to say that we're not? We're not here to brag and boast. We're not here to talk about incomes. We're not here to talk about none of this shit. But I promise you that I would not be talking this shit if I did not live this shit. We really do this top level. Top level. Go look up who was one of the first medical growers to be in New York. You're going to see my name. We don't have to play around with this shit. We don't have to play around with this shit. For years, I've been doing this. Multiple medical cards. One of the first black medical growers in New York. One of the first black medical growers in New York. We brought Burner over here. We got not only did we get Runt some of their branding, not only did we get Gumbo their branding, we're the ones who sent Gumbo to New Jersey to be able to go and get their branding. You think we didn't get a bag off of that? Well, what the fuck is 200,000? What the fuck is 200,000? And I'm not here to brag about money. I'm not here to tell niggas how much money we got so you guys could go and get the money. What if I could tell you guys information that could make you better than me? I want you to be better than me. I want you to be better than me. I don't never want you guys to be on the same level as me. I don't never want you guys to make the same mistakes as me. I don't never want you niggas shot, paralyzed at 16 years old, sent to prison at 16 years old, not coming home until you're 22 years old, coming back at 23 years old. I don't never want you niggas to have to go through that. I want you guys to be able to live your life straight through, unlike what I had to go through. Unlike what I had to go through. I don't want you niggas living that dusty ass fucking life that I had to live. So I'm giving you guys information that can have you skip the fucking process. I'd have been way richer, way faster, had I been able to live a different life, had I been able to hear a nigga say some shit like what we saying right now. But instead, I listened to niggas telling me that my last name mattered. I listened to niggas telling me if I don't have the right amount of money that I can't be able to do anything. I listened to niggas tell me a whole bunch of shit that was a whole bunch of nonsense. This is why white folks are ahead of us. This is why white folks are ahead of us. They don't have to deal with this type of stupid shit. Nobody's asking Billy Bob if he already made the money. If Billy Bob gave information and the information was good, little Johnny followed Billy Bob. Only black people have to deal with this kind of dusty shit. How much money are you making? If you ain't making enough money, I can't listen to you. What type of dusty shit is that? Some of the best information I got came from homeless people. I remember one day walking into McDonald's and there was a homeless lady out front. And when I was walking into there, she stopped me. And I was like, hey, do you want something to eat? I'll go in there and I'll get you something to eat. She said, where are you going? I said, in McDonald's. She said, baby, don't eat that. That's garbage. And I'm looking at her like she crazy. You homeless. You sleep at the bus stop. You sleep at the bus stop in a tie-dye t-shirt that you've been wearing for the last 9 years straight. Who the fuck is you to give me some kind of information? And truth be told, she was right. That is garbage. That is not food. And being homeless, she was smart enough to know that this is not food. Imagine had I not listened to her. Dr. Sebi was not a rich man. He was not. Marcus Garvey was not a rich man. Malcolm X was not a rich man. These people were not filthy rich. But the information was correct. And again, nobody goes to Japanese people and do this. None of the Chinese people go to other Chinese people and do this. None of the Arabs go to other Arab people and do this. None of the East Indians go to other East Indians and do this. None of the Mexicans go to Mexicans and do this. Mexicans, if you live in Schenectady, Guyanese people have took over Schenectady. And they didn't have millions of dollars. They didn't have 200,000. They didn't have 100,000. They didn't have 300,000. And Guyanese people are cooking niggas in Schenectady. Cooking by far. By far. You couldn't fuck with them on your best day. How did they do it? Without having millions, without having hundreds of thousands, coming here with no credit. How did they do it? I'm trying to explain to y'all how to do it. But it's niggas that hold niggas back. It's niggas that hold niggas back. Because if we don't look a certain way, if we don't dress a certain way, if we don't look like the baby, if we don't look like Lil Baby, if we don't do all of this other shit, then all of a sudden you guys will not take the info? Of course we take info on how to snitch from a rat. Who else know how to snitch better than a rat? You love Alpo. You niggas love the Mexican mafia. We look up to the Italian mafia. All them niggas ratted. All of them. Pablo ratted. El Chapo ratted. All the Italian mafia members ratted. They was lining up their ops. They was sending police after their ops. They was making drop-offs to their ops and getting them arrested afterwards. We just don't consider them rats. We just don't consider them rats for some reason. But if you think El Chapo wasn't ratting, you think Pablo wasn't ratting, you niggas is fucking crazy. But who's the first person that we mention in music? Who's the first people that we mention in music? The reason that you need to accept all information is because information might come from people who you least expect it from. Some of the people that gave me the information to get to where I'm at right now were not doing as good in life as I am right now. They weren't doing as good in life as I was back then. But I heard the information and the information made sense. So I have to accept the information because no matter who it's coming from, it makes sense. Jesus was broke. That nigga gave some good information. Muhammad was broke. That nigga gave some good information. Selassie was broke. That nigga gave some good information. It was a ton of broke people that gave us great information on how to make good money. And it's not all about the fucking money. Money does not mean a motherfucking thing, and you learn that quickly as you start to make more money. Money means shit to broke niggas. And when I say broke, I'm talking you got a broken spirit. When I say broke, I'm talking about you got a broken frame. When I'm talking broke, I'm talking you have a broken mentality when you think that the more money that you make, the happier that you're gonna get. When the self-deletion rates are higher amongst the rich people. The self-deletion rates are less amongst black people, and we live the worst life in America. We live the worst life in America, and our self-deletion rates are lower than the niggas who make way more than us. So why does it matter how much money that we make it? Why does it matter if we have 200,000 or not? Why does it matter if we have $1 million or not to be able to talk about this kind of information? I'm trying to show you how to make $1 million. Fuck it, be better than me. I'm trying to show my children how to fuck it, be better than me. I never made it to $1 million, but nigga, if I could get you to $1 million, let me get you to $1 million. This is how the Chinese have smoked us. This is how the Guyanese have smoked us. This is how the Asians have smoked us. We're getting cooked by every other race because we keep on saying some stupid shit that if we don't have 200,000, if we don't have $1 million, then all of a sudden we can't talk about the information. I'm on my way there. Yeah. That's some dusty fucking information to begin. This is why the young niggas do not fuck with the older generation. I'm going to say this again. This is why the young generation does not fuck with the older generation. Older niggas keep on telling these young niggas that they need to make a certain level of money before they can be able to speak on something. Y'all keep on telling people who have not made a certain level of money that they are unable to speak about something. And this is what keep on busting you niggas upside your head.
Yeah, but the thing is, you niggas don't even know what kind of money niggas got.
Because we shut the fuck up. There's no point in talking about that kind of stuff. We're not going to sit on here and talk finances. Sit on here and talk finances for what? The only reason that y'all niggas know what everybody else is making is because it's on the Forbes list. It's because you can Google it. And they're lying. Nick Cannon said he purposely never told them what they were making in the Forbes list, made up in the amount of money he was making. Nick Cannon is way richer than all the niggas y'all talking about. Way richer. Way richer. Name one time he gave y'all some economic information. Name it. He doesn't. Because niggas like this will deter him.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I think he just trolling, bro.
Nick? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm speaking facts. Guyanese niggas is in Schenectady, busting you niggas upside your head. Guyanese niggas have took over Emmett Street in Schenectady. That shit look like a whole new area. That shit look like the jungle in South America. Arabs are in. Matter of fact, the last time you went to the fucking corner store, was it a nigga working that corner store or was it the Arabs? Was it his children working in there or does he hire you? Go to Chinatown and see if you could get a job. Go to Chinatown and see if you could get a job. Go to Little Italy and see if you could get a job. Go to Little Haiti and see if you could get a job. No, they're not fucking with you. And this is why they don't fuck with you, because they know that there's a bunch of niggas with the same mindset as you. They're never going to fuck with you, ever. But when you look at the big round table, when you look at the actual billionaires that run the entire fucking world, it's a mixture of everybody. The last thing they're thinking about when they're in that room sitting there talking about that bag is race.
All right, so listen, because at the end of the day, this is for niggas to receive messages. So I see you asking all of these questions, bro, but I really feel like you.
I'm gonna do him one better. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and he could come in and actually have this conversation with us. So the link,
try to learn something, because niggas.
The link is in the chat.
Just because we haven't done, or from your
according to him,
according to you, because we haven't done something doesn't mean somebody can't talk about something, bro. Like, you never had a conversation about cars, and your nutty ass is not a mechanic. You never had a conversation with a girl or one of the homies about something you had nothing to do with. It's called giving your opinion. You've never given your opinion.
Now hold up. Listen to this dumb shit. They don't fuck with African Americans because they don't stick together. You're a prime example of why African Americans don't stick together, because the second that we're giving good information to other African Americans, you're an African American on here telling us that we can't have these conversations because we have not made it to a certain level. So how all of a sudden are African Americans supposed to stick together when you're going against us?
Taking it wrong. I ain't even. I mean, we ain't taking it. I mean, the wrong way. It's kind of just frustrating when you arguing with somebody of the same race about something that we all know we need to fix. That's just the bottom line of this shit.
That's the bottom line.
We shouldn't even be on here on different sides. This should be a simple conversation of us coming together, figuring out what the problem is, and trying to fix it. Trying to come at us personally and don't know us is not going to help the people watching this learn anything, bro.
How are you going to tell me what I did and did not do?
If you never did it. All right, if I never did it, what?
Wait, who's saying I never did it?
But if I never did it, what are you saying I'm not allowed to do?
We're not allowed to speak about this if we've never done it.
If we never made a bank account, if we never got a credit card and a credit score, the things we was just talking about, like if we don't have trust, if we don't have investments.
Who's to say we don't? What we're not here to do is to shit on people who have not done what we've been able to accomplish.
Yeah, bro,
I'm not here to do that to people. I'm not here to do that to people. Just because you have not made it to where we've been able to make it to yet, I'm trying to tell you how you can make it to where other people are. I'm not here to brag about what I've been able to accomplish. That doesn't get us anywhere. How can I get other people to that level?
It's a stupid question, because we have a phone. A phone is all information. It's information in the palm of your hands. So it's like, even it don't take doing something to go learn it. Like, I could have. So if I learned something this morning, if I go in and I learned something this morning and I haven't yet made a S corp, and I just learned something about an S corp that gives me better tax benefits than if I had an LLC, I wouldn't be able to talk about it. If you know him personally, why are you asking if he got $1 million? So I'm trying to figure out why so you do know him.
First off, I'm not a nigga who needs $1 million.
Yeah, but why he asked? Like if he knew you, he know certain shit. If he know you, so I'm trying to figure out if he know you. I don't think money would have been a conversation. He would have tried to come at us with.
I don't like going there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
why you
I don't like
that?
going there because I ain't here to shit on nobody. I'm not here to make nobody feel less than.
I'm not. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to come at you, bro. We're trying to figure out what the problem is.
And we know what the problem is. We're going about things the wrong way. And that's what the whole discussion was about. We're looking at things from the wrong lens. We're getting the wrong information. And we're trying to put people onto the right side of the information.
Because I'm going to ask you something. Have you read Fly Ra? Have you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
And I got that book years ago.
Yeah, I read that book like 3 years ago.
Bruh, I got a library sitting right behind me full of all sorts of knowledge. I keep books.
Bro, we not even, hold on. Can I flip this shit?
Yeah. You should be able to.
Oh, here we go. I got an actual bookshelf in my shit. And this book's all behind here, bro.
Everybody else come with money and bands and all of this other shit. We come with books. We have them. This is what we do full time.
I can go turn into a rapper real quick.
And it's not a fraction of the books that I have.
I asked if you had made bread for your methods. Oh, if we
absolutely.
No. What? Well, off what methods? Is he talking about off of like the home equity and stuff like that? Because no, that takes longer than a time.
That takes longer, much longer.
Yeah, that
takes longer.
You would have to ask me that. You would have to ask.
And who's to say when we came into this information? And who's to say when we came into this information? Now, if we just got it and we like, oh shit, niggas is missing this.
Yeah, Corky,
let me give this information to everybody else.
You gotta read that. It's definitely a good book.
You gotta read that, bro. You gotta read that, cuz you gotta read that. That's one of them ones that you gotta read. You gotta read. See, they giving us 48 Laws of Power. They're giving us the Art of Seduction. They're giving us nigga shit.
Yeah,
it's a demented book. That's a book for narcissistic people who want to learn how to be demented.
If you want to learn how to be, and if you want to learn
a demon,
power at its all-time high is a negative thing in a person's hands. If you get what I'm saying. So like, it's. I don't know how to explain it.
I'll tell you this: How to Hustle and Win was a much better book. How to Hustle and Win was a much better book.
If you want to acquire power, that is a great book, and that teaches you how to do it. So, and I'm saying in the methods of like, there's passages in there that's teaching you just how to be the brightest in the room without using your voice, or like, there's things in there that is very necessary, and especially in the business world. When you start going up there and you battling these other motherfuckers that got power, these is things you're gonna have to know anyway, because these is tactics they use.
Fly Ra, I sent you the link to your inbox because we on YouTube. So everybody who's wondering how you could join in on the stream, jump on the YouTube, Lowski on YouTube, LOWKEY. LOSKIE on YouTube, or Boss Talk with Lowski on YouTube. Either one will come up. You guys could go there, jump into the comment section. You guys will see the link there. You could click it and jump right in. I'm not sure how it shows up on Facebook or anything else. Shout out to us for being able to learn that. We're streaming from 7 different platforms right now at the exact same time. So it's not as easy. So you can see some of these comments come from Facebook. Some of them come from YouTube. Some of them might come from Twitch. You never know. So I sent it to your inbox though, so you should be able to get on the inbox, click that link, and you could jump right in with us. Because I don't want to be on here arguing with niggas about shit. Like, I think we should stand together more than we should do anything else. I never want to be against you. I'm only trying to give you guys information that can help you. And if it can't help you, you could definitely give it to your children, and they can progress past us. The reason I obtain this information is to give it to my son. And that way he can get past me. If I could get him this information at 10 years old, by the time that nigga's 14, he's dangerous. By the time he's 16, he's dangerous. White folks are giving this stuff to their kids at a young age. Asians are giving this to their kids at a young age. Africans coming over here from Nigeria are smoking African Americans. Why? They're getting this information way younger. When they're first getting over here, they're getting introduced to rich dad, poor dad.
Culture, and it's not part of the culture to deny this shit, bro. Like it's not part of nobody else's culture to not listen to their wise ones, their elders,
I got all my information from my uncle, my mother, and mind you, I'm doing better than everybody that I'm naming right now. I'm wealthier than everybody that I'm naming right now. But my uncle Rakim, he sat me down one night, and I'm talking about for like 9 hours straight. My uncle sat there and played the video game, and he just put me on to game. I'm talking game. He did not use himself at the time. But as I started to accept this information that he was giving me, I'm like, wait a second. Just because he didn't do it doesn't mean I can't apply it. He's giving it to me for a reason. My mother's giving me information. Shout out to my mama. I'm proud to be Tanya Daniels' son. Tattooed on me, Tanya Daniels' son. I'm proud to be Tanya Daniels. She sat there and she gave me information, and I'm like, damn, even though she didn't use it, I can. She might not have had the time during her time. She might not have had it. But by her age now, she had it. So she gave it to me, and I put it to good use. My stepfather, I put it to good use. My foster parents, I put that information to good use. Oh, shit. Hold up. Before we go any further, we got Fly Ra in the motherfucking building. Brody!
What's up, boy?
What's good with you?
All right, so now what I was asking you was, did you make money from your methods? The reason I was asking you, did you make money from your methods? Because, all right, boom, like when someone was talking about what the person told him, you take $100, you do this and this and this. Now, what if a person, right, they really don't have no money like that, right? But they go and do that method, and the method doesn't work for them. Now,
they would have to go about it a different way. They would have to go about it a different way.
Even a better answer to the question would have been, no, I haven't done it, but the person who told me about it, they showed me that it worked.
No, we did it.
Hold on.
See, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. I don't know.
Yeah, we did it.
I know, I know you. I don't know him, but I know you.
That's my little brother.
Even that I know you, I don't know everything that you've done in your life.
No.
The you understand what I'm saying?
Go ahead, little bro.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm saying the tactic isn't a tactic in which can or can't work. When you're paying into your taxes, you get a tax credit for that. That's a real.
And that's a real thing that's guaranteed.
That's a real thing that's guaranteed.
All right. This is what I'm asking. I'm asking because look, me, I look for guarantees. I don't take nothing from nobody for face value. And I tell everybody I don't give a fuck older or younger.
Bro, was we not talking about this earlier? It's a lot of niggas on here scamming. It's a lot of niggas giving some bullshit information on here.
But sometimes like Lowski, I know Lowski. So if he's telling me information, I'm going to ask him if he did it. Now, if he tell me yeah, or if he tell me no, the reason why I will probably go for it, because me and him, I had intelligent conversations where I know he knows a lot of shit that he's talking about, but I'm still going to ask him, have he done it or not? Just like me.
I love the challenge because it gives us a chance to go into depth a little bit more on stuff that we missed. So when you're asking us questions, it's like, oh shit, maybe we skipped. Bro, did we not have this conversation before we started the live? Sometimes you got to go back and start from the beginning because as niggas who already did a lot of this stuff, we skip over the process. We skip over the process sometimes.
I made the comment about that bank. When I made the comment about that bank, you took it as I was saying the last name is the main reason. No, the last name is not the main reason. The last name is a reason. It's not the main reason.
But there are black banks. There are black banks.
Yes, no. I know this, but it's a category of things. But the last name plays a big factor. It's the main two things that, because you gotta understand this. Like last name that he's talking about. Yes, I know that every slave nigga got their last name from the plantation that they was on when the slaves was free. I talk about this every day. My last name came from French. I know my last name come from. I know my history. I know all of this. So now what I'm saying is this. A lot of last names, like my last name is Bethia, right? When you hear Bethia in a lot of places, you wouldn't think of a black person. But when you go to certain places like Long Island, Dillon, South Carolina, certain places, when you hear that name, you're going to think of a black person. I don't give a fuck where the name came from. This is what I'm saying. Certain names in certain areas, like boom. If I say I live on Hamilton, somewhere in Hamilton Hill, my last name is Jackson. Automatically, I don't give a fuck what my first name is. Automatically, they might think that I'm black because of where I live at.
No, I 100% feel you. But the only reason I bounce back on that is because I feel like having that information that we get redlined for last names, right?
Oh no, see that's why I said you took it wrong. I wasn't just talking about just for that.
No, I'm saying the fact that like saying we get redlined for anything is kind of it doesn't do black people no good, because when black people hear that shit, bro, you know what we do?
All right, I understand what you're saying. In order, it puts the thought in their head. So when they go fill out the loan, they don't even want to fill out the loan. Yeah.
We dismiss it. We're gonna throw that shit right in the trash because
we'll never go to get a loan afterwards. We'll never even think about going to get a loan afterwards because we'll think we're gonna get redlined.
So you say it's a term of discouragement, basically, is what you're saying.
There we go. So the second we hear redlining, we're thinking of back in the past in the Jim Crow era where all of a sudden we can't get something because we're getting redlined. Like, no, you're getting redlined because your credit's fucked up. So you're getting redlined because you took a car loan out before you ever got a home loan. You're getting redlined because you went and bought that BMW before you ever went and bought a home. Like that. That's why you're getting redlined. Or because your mama used your name on the NIMO bill before you was 3.
And it come back to like I heard this quote. I forgot what book I was reading, but I remember this quote, and the guy and I think it was in 48 Laws of Power, if I'm not mistaken. He said the person who says I can and the person who says I can't are both
usually
correct.
Are both usually right.
So when we tell each other, yo, you can't do this because of that, you're correct because you're saying it, and that person is gonna believe the spell that you just cast. I'm
about to say words are spells. I'm about to say words are spells.
I don't want to go there, but
I understand.
That's what they're gonna.
Stop saying you don't want to go there. We're here for all of it.
Right now,
because all of this intertwines.
And the reason why I asked too, because right now when I'm studying right now. I'm studying banks. I'm studying banks and the Federal Reserve. Like right now, I'm about to order. Like I read books too. I'm about to order the book called The House of Morgan.
Oh, I just got that book. I didn't even get to read it yet.
Yeah, nigga, read that. I heard that shit is fire. Yo,
I just got it for Christmas.
They got some shit. Listen, I'm about to give you some information that I heard that I don't know is true that I'm about to try out. I'm going to try out myself. Now, we got some nigga on the Instagram. I don't believe everything, but I gotta try it myself. He's saying that when you put your deposits in the banks make money off of your deposit. And you have to file like a 1099A or 1099B to get your money back. So this is what I'm studying right now. This is why I'm asking you.
This is why you don't just bank money. And our parents was wrong for this. They thought you just put money in the bank and you save it, and over time you'll be able to use it later on. When the bank is actually charging you, and the bank charges you for the money that you leave in there at the end of every year. That's the reason at the end of every year. That's the reason they said 50 cent was worth 40.
You got $10,000 in their bank, but they're saying that you abandoned it, and you still using the $10,000 that they said that you abandoned. How?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, who's using the 10,000 you abandoned?
Everybody.
Exactly.
No, because that's.
But if you put this into a Roth IRA, if you put this into a trust, if you put this into property, if you put it into anything else, now you're acquiring equity.
The nigga that was talking about it on Instagram is what he was saying. He was showing niggas how to build a trust and how to get all that money back.
There you go.
That bank is gonna file.
But listen, I don't know him. So when these niggas is on Instagram and all this talking about this and this, I don't know him. And the reason why I ask questions, or I might ask a question like I'm trolling. And so what? I want you to give me the rule. I want you to give me the information. I want you to act like I'm trolling.
I like it. I like it.
Give me the information. You know
what? I like it. Okay.
That's the only way I'm gonna get the real information out of you.
Nah, hold on. Let me drop a bomb for you. You absolutely right. That's because me and my little brother was just talking about this before we got on stream.
If you feel like I'm
there's
trolling,
a bunch of niggas.
I might be trolling for information, but I'm not never trying to get a nigga mad. I'm not never trying to shoot a nigga down.
But you might get us to go into depth a little bit more on stuff that we'll skip over.
Make you go into depth. Make you be like, what? This, and this. I'm like, oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. That's the missing piece I was missing.
Yeah. A lot of times.
Hear me out. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You was all the way just a comment until you tuned into the live. So then, you know what I'm saying, nigga?
Now this is how. No, hold up. Before we go any further, this is how it should be. We should be able to be challenged. We should be able to answer questions. We should be able to bring people into the conversations, and then we can get deeper into it. Because me and my little brother, before we went live, we was talking about dudes who go live and they give information, and then they're not going all the way into depth. If you're a millionaire already, you're going to skip steps. You're going to skip steps.
All the information. Everybody don't be knowing all the information.
Or they're so far past it, they don't know how to go back to the beginning.
They don't know.
Exactly.
But when we get questions like what you were saying, that makes us stop for a second, rewind, and we got to take a step back. Like, oh shit, we skipped 4 steps before we got here. Yeah, we skipped 4 steps before we got here. We easily. I swear to God, we were just talking about that. That's what made me go live. I'm like, damn, this conversation is too good not to go live. And then you started challenging us, and I'm like, this is perfect. Because we need that challenge sometimes, because we need to go back a little bit. Before we lead to what kind of loans you're going to be getting and everything, sometimes we need to go backwards. That's why you niggas need to work. I don't care what kind of job you have, you need to work. And if preferably I have it my way, what I do is, this is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to be able to do this. Some people are single parents, mother or father. You're not going to be able to do this the way I did it. But the way I'm going to do it is I homeschool my son up until the 9th grade. At 9th grade, you're going to get your GED. Once you pass your GED, I'm putting you in a trade school. Go get a trade. We're going to open a business, and whatever trade you want to open afterwards. After we open that business, that's what the family does afterwards.
You know what's crazy, right? I always felt like my whole life growing up, I felt like the smartest one of my mother's kids. My mother homeschooled my little brother. He got his high school diploma and all that from homeschool. That nigga's the smartest one out of all of us, bro.
Because he didn't get indoctrinated with the nonsense.
That nigga's the smartest one of all. That nigga, he's like, my little brother, like what, 18 years old, about to be some IT tech.
Yo, that's what I'm about to go back for.
He's doing internet security.
I'm about to go back for IT this year.
No, let me drop a bomb for you niggas. Everybody's saying that black people not working. Y'all don't see the black men on this street.
He gonna be the nigga fighting the scammers online.
Talk about it. And then you know who comes to pick him up afterwards? The Federal Bureau of Investigations. Hey,
I was about to say, nigga,
we need you.
Fuck around.
Yeah, they come over there like, hey, hold up, we need you. Yeah, we need you.
Nah, cause
we got hackers from China trying to get us. Can you get them?
That's how they got iPhone. You don't remember the shit with iPhone, with Apple?
Talk about it.
Nigga, they were trying to open the terrorist.
Hold up. I got a solo screen you. Go ahead, cook.
It's like 2017, maybe 18. They're trying to open the nigga phone suspected for terrorism. They hit Apple. Apple was like, due to our security, Apple wasn't jacking them. Apple, that's why I fuck with Apple. I ain't gonna front. That's why I started fucking with Apple.
They don't give up nothing.
Yeah,
Apple don't give up nothing.
Apple was like, no. This is why, and this is let me start with fast. And this is the reason why, because I'm fast forwarding it, that Apple always got an update. This is why they always have an update.
Talk about it.
Notice when the updates first started,
they call it glitches. They call it glitches.
Yeah, exactly. For all you iPhone users who've been using iPhones forever, notice when your phone started updating like every week. Because
exactly
the feds hacked iPhone. What I believe they did was they either went and got an underground hacker or a nigga that was locked up who needed to shave some time off his sentence and told them niggas to break in that phone. And he broke in that phone. Apple was like, hey, how'd you guys get in the phone? Feds was like, fuck you. Fact. They said you not.
No, they did it. They did it to Tekashi.
It's a fact.
They found out that Tekashi was getting ready to get smoked by his mans over a FaceTime call.
Oh,
and truth be told, they weren't supposed to have that information because iPhones will not give you that information.
They're not supposed to be able to hack. I didn't even know that. They're not supposed to be able to hack motion. Anything motion, they're not supposed to be able to hack. It's a fact.
But they were able to go pick Tekashi up because they said, hey, we just watched a FaceTime call between two people and they coming to cook you. We need to take you now. We were actually going to get you a week later. No, it was a FaceTime call.
It was FaceTime?
It was FaceTime. And they came and got Tekashi like, hey, we were going to get you next week, but they coming to get you today. They coming to get you today. Yeah, so we coming to get you before they come to get you because the feds always have to warn you when there's a hit out on you, when there's money out for you, when there's anything. The feds have to come and warn you, just to be fair.
And if they found out they knew.
Then if you die afterwards, you can sue the feds afterwards. So the feds came to pick him up afterward. See, I'm so glad that I was able to get you the link. And all of us are going to be doing way more live streams. Fly Rock, can you tell them where they can find you on social media? Because it seems like you're giving out great information. I just want them to be able to find your page. So where can I link it in the description so they can get to you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. On Snapchat. Same name, Fly Rock.
Fly Rock and everything?
Yeah, Fly Rock on everything.
So once we end this, I need you to send me that link. So what'd you say?
I said I'm Wizard Kelly on Instagram.
You need to change that. You need to change
Well,
that. I need you to have. I need you to, little bro. I'm talking to my little brother.
Oh.
I need you to have the same name on every platform, so it's easier to find you. I can't link six different platform names for you. I need you to have a solid name that you agree on, and I need to be able to link it all. Because Fly Raw is easy. I can just put Fly Raw, boom. They can find them on every platform. I need the same thing for you, because after this is on YouTube.
The thing is, my shit is on. My shit is on Snap and on Instagram is both Wizard Kelly, but it's Facebook won't let me change my name.
So you need to change all your other names to the one that Facebook allows, because Facebook pays you more than
he probably
Instagram.
Verified.
And
that's why. If you
once you get verified on Facebook, Facebook has the biggest payout. YouTube doesn't have the biggest payout. Nothing else has the biggest payout. Facebook has the biggest payout. So I need you to have the same name on every platform, so I can link both of y'all, and they can find everybody everywhere. And again, you guys don't judge us. We're real parents. There's children in the background to all of this.
No,
all of it.
No. My son in the
man.
room sleep, bro.
Daughter right here. My daughter right here.
Both my little niggas right here being bad as fuck.
Talk about it.
No, because you said we are fathers. This kid's in the background while I'm lighting a clip.
Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Say what up.
Come here. Say what up.
Say what up.
What's good, Brody?
we all got it.
I'm about to make you body right now.
So for everybody talking trash about black fathers and all of that,
I'm
in here.
Every day.
We active, right, Puddin'?
He not in there though, so don't
give me the
he's not in the room.
Nah, he's good. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Don't tip on him.
He's back there.
Don't tip on him. Nah, but yeah, geez, like I be doing that shit. I've been studying.
And thank you for coming in, man. Like, because this information is needed.
I'll be studying other shit that niggas won't even touch, like the straw man shit, all that. I'll study UCC.
Okay, so I got a question for you, because I know where me and you come from. Give me one good message that you would give to the average 16, 17-year-old right now. And then, Khalil, I'm going to come to you afterwards.
I ain't gonna feel like I've been through a lot, and when I was a little nigga, I ain't had nobody to tell me shit, boy. I can tell you this, like it's the average 16 or 17-year-old probably doing something negative right now, because we niggas in my generation and teach them shit. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like basically I'm saying, like, don't be afraid to try shit. Don't lose your confidence. Like, be confident in who you is, no matter what you're doing, whether it's positive, negative, or whatever. You just gotta be confident in who you is and believe in yourself. A lot of people don't believe in yourself. You gotta love yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
now, what area would you advise them is the most profitable at this point?
As far as what?
Like the way that the climate is right now for what the internet is and everything else. What would you advise the average 17-year-old to try to strive to go into at this point? What's the most profitable for them at this point?
Anything that got to do with technology, really, because that's the way the world is going. But the way the internet, like, if you want to be like I don't know, I'm not really too good with that internet sensation shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm kind of anti. Like, I got good information and I'm approachable, but I'm really like kind of anti-social. Like, I'm like
I know how you are.
But it's like it's like I don't know, like.
No, but seriously, the internet is where they should be.
One thing that everybody should study, and I wish that I studied it in school, because they teach it to us in school. They don't teach it no more if you pay attention. And when I used to go to Mount Pleasant, they used to teach stocks and bonds, bro. They used to teach stocks and bonds. Either stocks and bonds or home and careers.
Mm-hmm. Like, home and career.
I took home and careers because I was chasing all the girls. I should have been with my.
Good reason, though.
I should have been with my white friends. I should have been with my white friends taking stocks and bonds. Because that's what's preferable right now. That's what's going on right now. Everybody, that's what they're doing right now. They've been doing it, but this is like we talk about the white people. They're not different from us. They just get different information.
Way earlier.
No,
way earlier.
All the white niggas and all the black niggas that we thought that we used to say they act white went to stocks and bonds. All the hood niggas chase the bitches, bro.
Hold up, bro. Before you answer, hold up. Repeat that one more time.
Ain't lying.
All the white niggas and the niggas that we said was preppy, acting like they was white, they went to stocks and bonds, and all the hood niggas chased the bitches. Now,
Them hood niggas
absolutely right.
to wake up. Them the niggas that need to. I mean,
Yo, but what they don't realize is they have everything they already need. You know how to get a clientele.
Yo,
you know how to promote. You know how to draw the people in. You know everything.
My nieces, like my nieces was living in PA. They live in PA. One of their fathers living like a high scale neighborhood, Bethlehem, some crazy shit like that. But anyway, the schools that they have over there is way different than the schools that we have. The schools that they have over there already have trades inside of the school for kid for whatever they need, medical, business, accounting. We already have them shit there. We don't have them,
bro. Why not? I just literally moved from Cohoes to Slingerlands for that being the main reason, because I want my child to go to a school that's like a school, bro, like some shit they can really be taught life shit at. Like in these white schools, bro, they teaching these motherfuckers economics in 5th grade.
In 5th grade, talk about it. Talk about it.
What the fuck, bro?
Talk about it.
That's why I want my kids.
This is what made me homeschool, because of the area that
they teaching them nursing in 5th grade, all types of
And
the reason that I'm home. My fault. Go ahead.
I ain't got the funds to change the public schooling right now. So for everybody that's sitting there and they like, well, you leaving and this is this, yo, bro, if you can leave. Do your thing. I'm not advising you to stay because other black people gonna fault you for leaving. Like, we ain't doing shit for these schools in our own community anyway, my nigga. Anyway, they not letting us in the building, bro.
You know why? Because ain't nobody willing to stand up and fight.
Before we go any further, they're begging for men like me, you, and you to get in there. I talk to these schools. They ask for me to come to these schools. They need us there. The problem is,
they don't got niggas that's willing to stand up and fight for nothing.
Once we get there, they don't have the funds for us to implement what we're telling the kids. So we're like, yo, if you want to be a barber right now, you could be a barber right now. But what barber class are they teaching in elementary?
When COVID happened, what happened? When COVID happened,
it set the kids back 3 years.
Not even that. Look, watch this. When COVID happened, right? Then we have like some looting and shit. Wasn't it like looting and shit going on? Niggas was fighting over this. Niggas was changing shit, but they didn't change the shit that mattered. They went to fucking Washington D.C. want to change the statue because the nigga was racist. Well, I'm gonna fuck out no statue, bro.
Not at all.
Statue.
Not at all.
Change the laws, change shit like that, nigga. Shit doesn't really make a difference. A statue don't make a difference. That shit might get bombed tomorrow. Not by me. I don't know about no bomb. And they listen.
No. I get what you're saying.
It's a physical thing that's not gonna last. Change the laws, change shit like that. Like when our ancestors was going to get spit on and bit by a dog, so they can go to high class schools and learn a real education. Do some shit like that. That. Schenectady didn't do shit. Schenectady, as soon as they went to go do something, the police said, "Hey, hold on, we're gonna kneel with you." And Schenectady said, "Okay, kumbaya. Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't do nothing."
Talk about it. He cooking.
Yeah, nobody ain't do nothing. And what happens is niggas are scared to fight, boy. We ain't have
we got no black leaders. We got a rainbow down on J Street in front of City Hall.
Look at that.
Nigga, we got a rainbow. We had a rainbow go all the way across Lark.
Look at Diddy. I don't care if he fucking niggas. I don't care what.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
They trying to let this man up for sex trafficking because he flew his bitches over to have sex.
What about Hugh Hefner? What about Hugh Hefner?
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, yo, I just watched the reel. I'm gonna find it and send it to you, Loki. I just watched the reel about the difference between Diddy and Hugh Hefner. The difference
ain't no difference.
It is a difference, but it ain't a difference. The difference is they're gonna fuck with Diddy, but they're not gonna never fuck with Hefner. But listen though. He said, look, Diddy had all those tapes because you thought that you was gonna have the leverage. Because you gotta remember, the key to this game, besides clout and power, you must have leverage. I don't give a fuck how much power you got. If somebody have leverage over you, they have the power. Not you.
Hold up.
So what they did was they knew the nigga had those tapes. They raided his crib, took the tapes, so they take the leverage from him. So now they took all his power. Now the niggas on them tapes are able to buy those tapes back. The only power that he has is the gag orders that he made niggas sign. That's the only thing that's keeping him right there. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to bankrupt that man, bro. They're trying to bankrupt that man. He beat the niggas on the lawsuit. He got bad podcasts talking about that. He's trying to start a black political party for black people, bro.
Only thing I could say he went wrong is he tried to start the party on the wrong side.
Yeah, but he was trying to fund the political party.
Wait, what side was he on?
Huh?
He was a Democrat?
No, but he was going. Listen, it wasn't supposed to be a Democratic or a Republican party. It was supposed to be a black political party. Period.
It was supposed to be a green party.
Yeah, so it don't matter. It's basically like an independent, like you independent, but
exactly
black.
like a green party.
Yeah. So you could be a black Republican. You could be a black Republican. You could be a black Democrat, probably shit like that.
So he was right in the middle. So no matter if you were Democrat or Republican, you could get in with him.
Exactly.
But where he fucked up was he sued the liquor company right before he decided to start that.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden,
he's taking their money.
His parties were bad, and he was doing this, and he was doing all right.
Bro, his parties to me, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I just think that shit was a sexual fantasy party. That shit ain't illegal.
Everybody was in on that shit.
Yeah, everybody knew what they was going there for.
Yo, listen,
you don't go to party number 20 when you got violated at party number 1. What the fuck made you go to 19 more parties?
Yo, bro, it's not illegal. It's not illegal for these niggas to go fulfill they fucking fantasies, my nigga. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hugh Hefner.
Now,
Hugh Hefner sleep with, bro. We already
Wait a second.
HBO at night.
HBO at night. Do we not watch the Bunny Ranch at HBO at night when the Bunny Ranch was in Las Vegas and they was in Vegas doing the Bunny Ranch where we're as young men we were watching the Bunny.
Hold on, prostitution is legal in Vegas. Prostitution is legal in Vegas though.
Oh,
that's why they got the Bunny Ranch in Vegas.
It's a different law. So this is R. Kelly all over again. So R. Kelly actually didn't do anything illegal. It just so happened that in New York, 17 is legal, but in Atlanta, 18 is legal.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So in New York, you can emancipate yourself as a minor at 17.
I don't know if it still is, but Vermont used to be 16.
I ain't gonna lie. Anything in the teens is too much. I ain't gonna lie.
No, anything in the teens is because we're older men, but
we're not. We're not multi-billionaires though.
Yeah,
we don't know the life that they're living.
And they want the younger bitches, but they want to no. They would. I would think they want the younger bitches, but
they're the Arabs all over again.
Yeah,
they're the Arabs all over again.
Oh man, listen, I
ain't even gonna go into it, but yeah,
let's not.
There was no problems when they were doing it. There's only So when I started seeing some of this stuff, I'm like,
my shit froze. My shit was acting stupid.
Nah, you good to go. You good to go.
So I would say I think that they would want these younger bitches, but at least at a legal age.
Now that depends on what state you're in.
No, at any state. I'm just saying the multi-billionaires. I feel like they want the younger women, but some of them is going.
Now this is legal in some states that you're in.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah,
that's but true. if you live in Atlanta, but you fly a girl out from New York, and New York she's legal at 17. Once she gets to Atlanta, she's illegal because it's 18.
Yeah, but wait, hold on.
If you fly her out to Florida, it's illegal because she's 18.
hold on. I hear what y'all saying, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck if you 17 or 18 and whatever count.
I do. I do because
what if you're 19 or you're 20 though, and you fucking with a chick from New York and you're from New York and she's 17? See, you're not really that much older than her.
That's legal. That's legal.
Yo, bro, hear me out.
We in high school together.
Yo, hear me
But
out.
now if you 38, 39, 40, you fucking with a 16, 17-year-old, nigga.
That's also crazy. But I ain't gonna lie. I would, in order for me to fuck with it, I stopped fucking with anything under in the teens once I smacked 20.
You didn't have,
but a lot of niggas
didn't make $200 million at 20.
But listen though, but he didn't have to. That was a choice. You didn't have to because legally, you could have.
They're fair game. 17. They're fair game.
Because she could have been 17.
Kai Cenat just cut off his cameraman for talking to a girl when he was 19. She was 17, and Kai Cenat thought that was illegal because now Kai Cenat lives in Atlanta. So it's 18 where Kai Cenat was. Kai Cenat cut off his cameraman.
Yeah, but bro, what I'm saying is when Kai made that decision, I don't think he put into account the 1 year difference. I think all he heard was either 17 or 8. It didn't matter. It wouldn't have
The
mattered.
nigga was only 19.
Who?
That's what
Kai?
we saying.
No,
Yeah,
the
so
nigga who did this shit.
we saying is you might not be that old, but what if you like at the threshold, but the person is under the threshold? Fuck the niggas that's old, they out of line. But the niggas that's like right at the threshold. You talking about even if you're right at the threshold.
You 20, she's 17.
I'm
It's a
saying,
3 year
yo, listen,
difference. I'm 3 years older than my wife.
Yeah, but that's 3 years after legalization. I get it.
No.
Huh?
What's the difference?
What you
What's
mean?
the difference though? Because
Okay,
if
at 16 and 19, both of y'all are in the same school.
you might just be about to graduate.
You're a senior, she's a freshman.
Yeah,
Seniors have always been fucking with freshmen.
That's a fact.
You don't even want to know your grandmother and grandfather's age difference. You don't even want to know their age difference. Their age difference is like 14, 15 years. It's a massive age.
Yo, listen, no, hear me out. Hear me out. At 20, listen, at
2017 was fair game.
Yo, hear me out. I don't think a 31-year-old can fuck with a 20-year-old. I think I think a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old can fuck with each other. I just think when you dip, this is just my opinion. This is not, I get the laws. I get that over there is 17, over here is 18. That number is too tough for me to juggle on. If you get what I'm saying, like
yeah,
that,
but
nobody was thinking about that.
I was saying was this. That's why I lowered the threshold. What I was saying is, what if you're 19, bro? If she's 17, you still can get in trouble if you come to Atlanta and it's 18.
If you're 18 and she's 17,
you're only 19. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. What if you're at the threshold? Fuck the big gaps. Let's go to the threshold. The little
18 and 17 is illegal.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what my brain's doing right now, bro. But
I know you probably can't think of it, but I'm just saying. Just say that
18 and 17 is technically illegal.
18 years old, you would have fucked with a chick that was 17, right?
At 18,
yeah.
No,
so now go to Atlanta and you could get in trouble.
You in jail.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
This is what I'm saying.
All right, that's crazy. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking for the other phone.
And that's what Sanat did to his cameraman.
I'm 31. My brain just
at 31, I can't fuck with anything that ends with a teen.
Yeah,
like
that. No. At a certain age,
I don't care if you're legal or not. Like legal or not.
I'm 19,
when I'm 30, I'm 30. Like nah.
When I reached like not even 18. When I reached like 15. I think I was like 15, 16.
I was fucking with older girls then.
I wouldn't fuck with, but if it was younger, it couldn't have been more than 2 years.
Never.
Agreed. Agreed.
It just wouldn't happen. Now, if we all went to the same school, it was fair game.
Now that niggas is like 36.
That's illegal today.
26.
And then you also got to think about the fact that when you 18 and she's 17, it's only like that for who knows how many months. So whose birthday?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It comes down to, did you get her pregnant?
What if she was
how
17?
close? No. How close is y'all birthdays? Are you 18 and she's 17 and turned 18? And that's what I was saying to you. I was saying, what if you was 20? And I'm saying when I said the 20, I said, what if you was 20, but she was 17, turning 18? So by the time you turned 21, she was already 18. No. 2020. I ain't gonna lie. I can't get, if I'm 20 years old, 17. I'm not entertaining 17.
It's reasonable. I was just asking. That was just a question, like, because they be 17, but like your birthday, because you might have not been 20, you might have been 19.
Right. I might have been.
And then you might have turned 20.
All right.
You might have turned 20 before they turned 18.
Hold on. If I was already talking, if I knew this girl if we was talking when I was 18, 19, you know what I mean? Then I'm not gonna cut her off because I'm 20 and she's just turned 18. You get what I'm saying? But
Tekashi went to jail for that.
Yeah, but to already be 20 to talking to a chick that's 17.
That 17 is crazy. That's what I'm thinking of. But most relationships,
y'all might be in high school together. Or she might be in her last year of high school and you're in your first year of college.
No, that's a fact. But you see, all right. So growing up, this is how we was programmed. This is what we
exactly. So it wasn't back in the day. It's very different than it is today.
No, I feel you.
Go to school and then the older niggas pull up in the V,
pulling up in the Benz, picking shorty up from high school. Talk about it. He pulling up in the Benz, picking shorty up from high school.
Yo, bro, it was girls. You gotta also understand. Yo, it's also a bunch of girls. Like, how many times have niggas heard, I can't talk to you because you're not old enough? So,
yo, girls in high school would not fuck with niggas in high school.
In high school, exactly. So if we was in 9th grade, most girls around us didn't want to fucking speak to a nigga in 9th grade. They fucking with
the seniors.
They wanted to talk.
I know, because my older brother was a senior and I was a freshman. They wanted my older. They only came to speak to me to ask me who's him.
All the older niggas, bro.
Always, but I understand why.
But see, I had a kind of advantage because I was always with the older niggas. So
exactly. So I was one of the fortunate ones.
I had the advantage. I had the bitches that wanted to fuck with the older niggas, and I had the older bitches. And I had the older bitches too.
Wait, they were also illegal to be fucking with us.
Yeah, the older bitches.
I was definitely 15, 16.
Hold on, bro. Nah. Yo, bro. All due respect. They not giving us that, bro.
No, they ain't giving us that. They ain't giving us that. Definitely 15, 16 with a 30-year-old. Easy.
Smacking some shit, nigga.
What?
They not giving us that, bro.
Lying to her because my beard grew in already. Like, I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 20. I'm 14.
But that's how society's program. You see, you a young nigga fucking with an older chick. But
they don't care.
Let it be the reverse.
How many teachers recently? Yeah. How many teachers recently have been caught fucking the students? We ain't heard a goddamn thing about it.
You know why?
I don't know all about it.
Them niggas.
Hold on. You know why?
Where the fuck was them bitches at when I was in school?
You know why you never heard nothing? Because the people that can actually change something is the niggas, and niggas is over here giving that little nigga the dat for fucking some older bitch.
Bro, I swear to God, me and my wife had this conversation.
They like, yo, good.
We high-fiving the 15-year-old for fucking 8 teachers. We wrong for that. We wrong for that, but we don't know how to accept it. Like, we don't look at that the same way.
Not at all.
Fucking the 15-year-old little girl.
I don't know what that
30-year-old teacher fucking the 15-year-old little kid. Is high five, my nigga. Like, how did you bag that? How'd you bag that? Like, what?
How did you do that?
Whoa.
Yo, and it's wrong. I'm not gonna say it's not wrong, but we look at it very differently.
It's just funny, bro.
I got
it. Funny.
That's like a nigga up north right now getting some pussy from a nurse or something. Like, yo, how you get that?
How you do that, bro?
Need that connect.
Cause in a nigga's world, bro,
leave the plug when you leave. Leave the plug when you leave.
Nah, cause people fail to realize, like, in niggas' world, we see shit in that aspect. Like, if a nigga bag a certain stilo of girl, that nigga gets so much props, bro, from the nigga community, bro. It's not even funny. We like, yo, bro, how
we
you
don't
do
look
that,
at it the same way. But if we reversed it and we put a girl in that situation, we be ready to off that nigga.
Yeah, oh God, he gotta die. I'm telling you that. In the
26
next breath.
fucking the 15-year-old. Yeah, we ready to off
him. He gotta go.
Oh hell yeah, he gotta
go. But if she 26, is she the teacher? And the 15-year-old nigga hit it. We pull that nigga to the side. Hey, we mad when your mother's around. Yeah, when your mother's around, we gonna act like we mad. But the second that she walk off, we. Hey, bro,
I know you heard about this. I know you heard about this. Some shit that a lot of niggas ain't gonna talk about. The shit that happened to son just got killed in Marcy.
What happened?
Yeah.
You ain't hear about it?
Nah.
What, bro?
Boy, they got the videos.
They did them, bro. They did him dirty, bro.
I didn't see the video.
You gotta see the video.
They did them dirty, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
After being up there,
the Attorney General released the video.
They did that nigga dirty, bro.
She ain't edit the videos or nothing. Like, all right, boom. It's one video that's a full video, and then there's the other one that it says it's edited. But you see, boy, the nigga had the nigga neck like a rag doll.
Bro, he was.
Bro, how many times me and you done seen that though? Like, I'm desensitized to it.
Yo,
bro.
I don't watch them niggas fuck niggas up in the dorm. Listen, I watch them fuck niggas up in the dorm in the county on the way.
Oh my God, did I?
I don't watch them niggas hop out the van right on the walkway, grab a nigga up, beat him up, take him to the other side of the jail,
and we never see that nigga again.
Yo, Los. Yo, Los.
Never see him again.
Yo,
but that shit right there, bro.
Yo, Los, hear me? Yo,
son, the nigga probably wasn't even in jail for nothing crazy.
This shit happened to bro. He said he went to Black. The nigga said when he was up there, he said one of the CO. He said this shit literally changed his whole nigga. He was gonna go after this nigga. They literally damn near killed this nigga, bro.
I've seen it too many times,
bro.
Yo, I seen them throw a nigga into the corner of the fucking booth in the front where the CO be at, throw his chest into it, handcuffed,
bro. The worst sight.
Bring the nigga down to
the worst sight is seeing them niggas.
When you get downstate is closed now. But when you normally get downstate, they warn you when you get down there. This is not Rikers Island. This is not where you came from. We will lose you, and your parents will find you after you recover. This is what they warn you of when you get downstate.
Niggas being a box, and that's why they got this shit now. And that's why they got this shit now. Like in the box, you get they got the phone shit on the tablet, so you get phone calls every day in the box. Every day. In the box,
but imagine when me and you was down there, this didn't happen. We was watching niggas get done.
Yeah, that's
filthy. If y'all think what y'all saw was bad, that's nothing compared to what we saw.
They was doing niggas worse. They probably only did him like that because they had the body camera.
There we go. Normally, that nigga get put in Southport or Clinton or by the time his parents find him, it's a wrap. That nigga done been in 9 different spots by the time his parents find him.
If I'm not mistaken, they fired 8 officers and 1 nurse.
What?
Man.
Because they beat him up in the infirmary. Boy, you know how they take you to the infirmary?
Yeah.
It was like
the normal program.
Yeah.
They whooped him in the infirmary, not the
bro.
That nigga
the nigga arms his hands was tied, bro. The nigga had his neck like a fucking chicken, bro. Word of my mother.
Now, I know to you this,
bro.
This
why he
that nigga doing a homo
crazy. This is normal to me.
Why he choking this nigga out? The other officers is punching this nigga in his body hard as hell, bro.
Yo, the one nigga.
This is nothing.
All right, boom. You know, right here, right under your ribs.
Yeah.
The nigga took his foot, wedged himself in between something, and stuck. Yo, boy, that was the worst part to me right there. I was like, nah, boy. He was like pushing his ribs up.
What you're forgetting is how many times you saw this in person.
I've seen him whoop a nigga ass, but I ain't never seen a nigga do this nigga this bad,
bro. What you're ignoring is the fact that you're now watching it on camera.
Shit is crazy, bro.
You've seen way worse.
Nigga, I was in the county.
Probably.
When I was downstate, there was a Spanish nigga that was talking.
I was in that shit 3 weeks.
They brought that nigga to a room across from the little cell they was holding us in when you first get downstate.
Yeah.
They brought him to a cell, like a little door across the room.
That's a fact, and fixed them.
All you heard was yo, papi, we don't know what was happening in that nigga in there. We don't know. You never seen that nigga again.
It's like stop resisting. Stop
resisting. That's all you hear. Stop resisting. Papi,
you dead already, niggas. Talking about stop resisting.
Yo, stop resisting. Yo, we never seen him again.
Stop.
This was normal to us. They made it clear our first day down there. This is what will happen to you. It was normal to me. So when I heard about a nigga getting beat to death up north, I'm like, yo, do we not remember all the bodies they found underneath Clinton facility?
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah.
Do we not remember that?
Yo, niggas was missing their family members for years until they found them bodies under that shit, bro.
Underneath Clinton's facility. They found them niggas' bones in the yard.
Not even a facility, no. It was, all right, it was the old pool in the gym.
The old pool.
They buried the bodies under the floor. It was like a gym, like a pool, and they made a gym on top of the pool. They buried the bodies under the fucking floor.
Yo, they found like 20 bodies underneath there.
Yo.
This is normal.
These niggas is not.
They tell you this when you get downstate. This is not Rikers Island.
They trying to send niggas
lose you.
They trying to send niggas with drug charges to jail. You trying to send a nigga a little ass drug charge to jail for him not to even be able to come home and see his family?
And you up there with killers.
And we not even talking about the inmates, the police at this point.
Nigga, how old was bro when he went up?
I don't know, but son died at 41.
Nah, I'm talking Los.
Yeah.
Yo, how old was bro when he went up?
17. All of us caught our. Yo, this is the worst part. The gang unit came to us after I finally got locked up. They came to me in Schenectady County, and they was like, "Yo, you want to know something funny?" I'm like, "What?" They was like, "Yo, we caught you and both your older brothers for the same charge at the same age. We got you at 17 with a gun charge. We got your older brother at 17 with a gun charge, and we got his older brother at 17 with a gun charge. We caught all of y'all at the exact same age, at the exact same charge.
That's crazy.
The same nigga caught all three of us. I'm caught in Schenectady. Both my brothers caught in Albany. They caught all three of us at the same age with the same charge.
This is a conspiracy.
That's what I thought. And then it got worse because he was like, hey, do you remember when you was bleeding out on Albany Street? I'm like, yeah. He said, do you remember the guy that said, hey, I could see the bullet in his chest? I said, that was you. He said, it was me. He said, I was the first person to show up on the scene when you was dying in front of the liquor store. He said, but I'm also the same nigga. He said, I'm also the same nigga that arrested your brother and your other brother.
That's nasty.
That nigga don't like he don't like Miss Daniels, bro.
No. Anybody Tanya Daniels. That's why we tried to protect the rest of y'all. All of y'all underneath us, we tried to protect the rest of y'all because we like, yo, if this nigga get the rest of y'all, our whole family, our whole bloodline is cooked over the same nigga.
Nah, they shipped us to the suburbs, nigga.
Good. I'm glad that a couple of my brothers was able to get away because the first three of my mother's children, out of 6 brothers, the first 3 was all caught by the same nigga. The same one person caught all 3 of my mother's first children and saved my life. Caught me bleeding out in front of Zades and was like, hey, he laughed. This is what killed me. That nigga pulled up to the scene, looked at me, laughed, and said, hey, we can see the bullet sticking out of his chest.
What's wrong?
Laughed at me. Then when I get to the county, he said, you don't remember me? I said, no, I don't remember you. He was like, you don't remember me saying you had the bullet sticking out of your chest when we arrested you on? I said, oh, you was him.
Yo, you know what's funny?
This live is about to cut because StreamYard only let me do 2 hours.
Copy. But
can we all do another live stream soon?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Before we cut off, can everybody drop their information as to where we can find everybody, starting with Khalil? Khalil, where can they find you at?
Khalil Gordon on Facebook. I gotta change all my other stuff. It's KHALIL Gordon and Wizard Kelly. On GORDON and is Wizard Kelly, Wizard_Kelly on Instagram.
Hold on, Jen.
Yo, Fly Rob, where can they find you on all platforms?
You can find me at Fly Rod, FLYYRAH. Well, it's a space.
Underscore?
On his Facebook is FLYY space RAH. But
is it an underscore or a space?
Nah, it's a space.
Okay.
On Instagram, it's just Fly Rod. And on Snapchat, it's just Fly Rod.
Okay. Any other platforms they can find you at?
Nah, I don't think I'm.
Both of you guys need a YouTube channel because I promise after they find this video on YouTube and I clip this and turn it into shorts, they're going to be wondering where they can find both of you guys at. Both of y'all need to start a YouTube channel after this because they're going to be looking.
Yeah, I'm going to start one under my name because I got one under my real name. I'll start one under Fly Rod.
Both of y'all got one because if you don't have to click the 18 or older thing on YouTube, both of y'all already got a channel.
All right.
Yeah, I got a channel.
So both y'all already got
one. I got one under my real name.
But I don't.
Yeah, no. Get one under Fly Rob.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get under Fly Rob.
I gotta change mine too. Mine ain't under.
Both of y'all change that immediately because they're gonna be looking for y'all.
I got you. Yeah.
Yep. So that's where you can find everybody, and you know where you can find me, Low Key Lowski, on every platform. You guys make sure that y'all stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment. You already know.